Hi everyone, my name is Roshan, and in this demo we are going to discuss about the setup of Bitbucket and as well as the version control as a Git, which you are gonna use the source tree, which is an user inter UI of Git, and let's go deep into that. And before setting up the Bitbucket manually, first we have to know the functional aspects of the cloud repository in this condition which we are using Bitbucket. Then let's close one. Yeah, so let me explain that first. First, there should be a feature area where we're gonna push our data. Initial stage of pushing, it gonna stores there. After that, there is an area called there is an space called as integration area, and after that the main one. With this main one, we gonna use our CI/CD views as I explained before. How we gonna push data in CI/CD? We're gonna push the data from the main to the repositories like to Jinx will collect this main. After that, it gonna build it into a jar file. The 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 code present in the main area is gonna build into a jar file, and it gonna deploy. This is how things gonna work. If you wanna map in an if you wanna map in an IT in an ITSM way, we gonna say this is an developmental. This is development, and this is quality, and this is a production. From here to here, there are so many people who are gonna work in our project. Let's say our in our project we use Jira as an ITSM tool. Jira as an ITSM tool. Here, let's say we use Agile methodology. G in the sense it means multiple developers multiple developers work on the same project, like our project, this type project. Let's say let's say 5 to 8 people are working in our project. There is one lead. He's gonna be the scrum master. He's the one who's gonna assign the works, like everyone should do this. I'll just explain this microservice architecture, right? Some of the candidates, like 2 to 3 people works on the processing, and 2 to 3 people are working on the validation stuff. And if there is any debugging, they in these people can do that as well. After the let's say from feature to, if you wanna move this to the integration stuff, we have to create a pull request. We have to use and pull request. That's I'll just write it here. Feature to, if you wanna move that to integration, you have to use and pull request for that. In the pull request, the scrum master or the lead who assigned like a senior or like that in a team, they has to approve the code, and by that you can merge the data to the integration. The from integration to main goes as vice versa. And not only that, in this Jira, there are the tasks are gonna present in sprints like clusters. And as you know, the lead is a scrum master, and the product owner can be present with that product owner as well, because for the maintenance of the application should also be matter, right? He's the one who's gonna arise the tickets for the develop after the development, or the within the development, as there will be an user acceptance tests as well. He's gonna raise the incidents, and we gonna have to solve that first. As I explained before, right, we have to monitor that from the client, and it again goes to the developer. Through monitoring is done through Jira. Let me write it here. Monitoring is done through Jira. From designing to maintenance. Hmm. Yeah. From designing to maintenance, and this is the foremost functionality of that. Sorry, the main thing I just missed is, first we have to push the data, right? We gonna use git functionalities. Correct. Git functionalities like clone, add, commit, and push to the Bitbucket branch. And the Bitbucket branches, and these are the branches. Feature is one of the branch, integration is one of the branch, and the main is the main one of the branch. And but the main is the production thing. So from the main, the CI/CD is gonna apply. Means Jinx will take the data from the mains. After that, it's gonna build a jar like the computer source code language. Through that, UAT and another things will be gonna complete. The the product, as I mentioned here, the product owner has the access to the main, the production access only. They don't will get the integration access. As I said, it's gonna use an agile methodology. Multiple developers will work on the same project, right? As we push the data to the cloud repository, anyone from the project who has access, like for the feature one, anyone can clone the clone the source code and work on that in their local systems. For the integrations and main, they have to get that authorization from the Scrum Master. And for the Git functionalities, we're gonna use source tree. Source tree is the UI version of Git, and we're gonna use the source tree as well for this. Okay, let's go deep into technical things which we're gonna apply. In this, I'm gonna create a new project. As I already shown you the basic functionality of adding two numbers in my second demo. We're gonna push that data through that, and I'm gonna show you that how it gonna work, how we gonna use a source tree and this Bitbucket thing, how it's gonna work. Okay, the main thing which I just skipped the main thing. After cloning the feature branch into our local through source tree, there will be a git dot git sorry dot git sync folder. This is the main folder. It is the thing, like if there is any change in the with like if we change anything in our project. Let me show you this. This is our main project. Let's I just change this one. The git this is a source tree as well. The git will directly senses that, let's say, yeah, the changes has been done. It will be tracked easily like that. I'll just explain it. You will get in clarity on that after while I'm explaining each and everything of it. Okay, let's start it from the Bitbucket cloud repository. Let's create a new project here. Okay, let's say our project name would be hmm, can be Chopper. Description demo. I'm using methods for that. Okay, we have successfully created a project in our workplace. Let's just create a repository, and the repository name goes as OP OP07. Okay, default should be the main branch, right? It is loading. Until that, we can create a repository here. Again. Yeah, okay. Create some feature project. Okay. Let's just use this repo, and I'll just create one new folder for demo, so we can store the cloned version here. I'll just show you, you'll get in clarity on that. Then we have to resubmit the form. I think my net is on. Sorry for the delay, my net is not properly working. So, yeah. It is working now. As we discussed, this is the main branch, and we'll create two other branches as well. From the functionality have we discussed, right? Featured branch and integration branch. Others main to integration. Mm, from integration branch to the feature branch, right? Feature branch. And simultaneously we have to download the source tree as well. It is also it is also created by the acceleration thing, so we can map it easily. We have to use a password as well. I'm not going to that. You can find it in other demos as well. Let's say we have created the OP thing, right? We can clone that from here. It is already showing that these two are interlinked. That we'll get a password from here. Sorry, from personal Bitbucket settings. There we'll get a password. It is not working. I think we'll get a password here so that we can interlink these both two. Simultaneously, we can work on that, like how GitHub and Bitbucket works. We can work it through like Bitbucket and source. We're gonna work work in the same way. Okay, these both are interlinked. We can clone it from here, or else I can do a small thing. A simple funda. I should do that. Yeah, OP07. I'm gonna just use. Okay, then just iteration range. Let's say, I don't want this one. Right. Hmm. Iteration. More branches. Okay. From feature, you can have to use a checkout in source tree. So we can clone that from here as well. Let me show you. It's taking time actually. Hmm. From here we can clone that. These both work on the same functionality. So if you don't want to go there from the Bitbucket, you can do the stuff as well. Or else if you want to go and clone that, you can go to the workspace here in the source tree. You can find that here as well. Let's see. Let's clone that. I just created one repo here in my folder as well. In my repo, I just have created the demo. We'll just clone the feature data. In this feature data, we can get the .sync file. I'll show you that. From which, if we present any changes, if we change anything in the source code, like we can add any code. If you are initially pushing the data means you can directly download it from the Spring Initializer, and you directly unzip to the area, and in the area where the source code is .sync file is present now, it automatically we can commit the push changes as well. Okay, yeah, .git sync file is present, so we can apply the changes accordingly. Okay, now already we have given a small demo on the MVC stuff, right? MVC controller stuff. So we're going to push this data here. Let me do that first. I think I already saved that file. It is on here, I think. Goofy. It is on here. Let me check that. I had forgot that name. It is in the E stripe. That okay. It is on the same folder, right? Okay. You just copy that. Create session. Okay. Stripe folder service. Find that. Okay. E underscore stripe project. Yeah, I think I just copied it here. Let's just copy this and send it to our .sync file demo, and we'll just paste it here. Let's see the magic. Or else, okay. Yeah, the source code all is present here, right? Let me show you. This is a demo folder. Let's see. It is interlinked, so it is loading. Yeah, we're gonna commit these all files which we added, right? We which we added to our demo session, which doesn't have any code at all. We just using just pushing the code from our local system to the feature branch through Git, through source tree. We're gonna do that. It is gonna do that with the help of .git sync file. Okay. The stage all function acts as an add demo source code from local to feature branch in OP07. We stage that, and first we have to commit that. Undo. We just have to push that. I think the data has been pushed successfully. Let's check that. I'll just refresh this. Sorry, my net is slow today. I think it is taking too much time to load. See, the data which we have pushed has been directly pushed to the feature branch. I'll just show you the source code as well if you want. Feature branch, and here we can see the source code as well. I'll just cross check you with that. This is the control file. The same controller we have used in a second demo. It directly has been directly pushed. If you wanna, let's say this we use an agile methodology, right? If anyone wants to, if anyone wants to take the data, they're gonna have to take it from the integration branch. They let's just push our data to the integration branch as well. For that, we have to create an pull request, like from feature to integration. We have to create a pull request. If there is any scrum leader, right, they have to approve that. Let's see. So he can approve that. After approval, we'll use a merge to merge the data. So the data will present in the feature as in the integration as well. If anyone wants to clone the data which we have uploaded in the cloud repository, they just have to create a new branch. Create a new branch like f fe from integration. They can create an FE branch so that they'll get a clone data like that. It is the same simple funda. Yeah. And these are the main functions in this demo. In the next demo, I'm going to explain how HTTP server engine and REST client and service helper and the technical components how they work. And we're gonna create session area there as well. How we're gonna call the create session area and how we're gonna process that dynamically. We're gonna do a we're gonna complete that in the next demo. Thanks for